about you because you've had quite the extraordinary year. You've been with our office now 2 years in January, right?
Correct.
And your first year in real estate, you came from a salaried position where you were earning, you know, let's face it, I mean, a good sizable income, right? Decent income. And you took a huge leap of faith. And this is something that I always tell people, and I always remember our story of how it began. You took a huge leap of faith, leaving something that was comfortable, something that was decent, and jumping in with nothing other than your heart, quite honestly. And your first year, you hit the first RE/MAX executive club. How was that? Like, how was that when you when you hit it? And you didn't even realize. That's the best thing about it. Like, you didn't even realize you hit like these milestones.
Because I think that's just my work ethic, you know. I actually was out of town when you guys had the banquet, and Agent Paul that I work with sent me a text and was like, "Did you know that you made executive?" And to be honest, I hadn't even really looked into what executive meant, you know. I was like, oh, I got an award, that's awesome, you know. But then when I really that night, like, looked it up, I was like, I want an award. Like, I worked really hard, and it was exciting, really exciting.
And you come from a coaching background as well. So, you know, you decided your first year that you were going to, you know, dive into coaching with me. And there were a lot of moments throughout the course of 2017 where I remember, you know, having the tissues right there.
Sure.
You know, because you would come in and you would be having a little bit of a meltdown and stuff. You were unsure, uncertain, and it was a huge leap of faith. And we overcame that. Tell me what you did to overcome that, because it you know, for many, it, you know, they have either wanted to push their business forward and don't know how, or, you know, or afraid to, or scared to, just like you were. So what's different for you?
Fear is crippling. It's crippling, and you can use it in a good way or in negative ways. And I think for me that I just didn't have a choice other than to power through. And I think the fact that you were a big inspiration, you know, I'm all about that girl power and really putting yourself out there, and I was like, I can do this. And I'll never forget one of the first things that you said to me in many of my interviews with you before I came over. We had a discussion, and I said, you know, I don't want to be stopped before I start, and you said you already are. You're already in that position where you can't get past it, and that triggered me, and I was like, I can do this. And you know, just getting past that and using that fear as a motivator instead of letting it cripple me, really.
Because, you know, our company motto, success is your only option.
Right.
And you basically are an example of that. So that was 2017. You finish off the year better than you expected. And this year, we said, you know, you went to the business planning session last year, you did your numbers, you were a little conservative, but you still, you know, you pushed the envelope a little bit. Tell me how that, tell me where you are now.
I feel like I'm getting a better grasp of my business and knowing what it takes and what I have to do and utilizing the time. So I think that I have to really balance my time so much better, and I thrive that way. The more stuff I have on my plate, the better I do, because I have to get organized and I have to be, you know, on top of stuff. And so I think that that's what I've done, is just try to maximize the time, do what I need to do, make those phone calls, even when it's in the car, when I'm driving, contacting clients, sitting in the parent drop-off line, you know. So to me, that's really the difference, is just being on it all the time. And then when I can go home, shut down.
We've had to adjust your goal
3 times.
I was going to say 3 times this year. So your goal, you know, at the beginning of the year, you surpassed it. Then we adjusted your goal, and then you surpassed that one as well. And then, you know, we did a Facebook Live video of you and in your office, because you yet again surpassed yet another goal that you had set for yourself. How does that make you feel to know that, you know, you blew, if I'm not mistaken, you blew that first goal, your 2018 goal, by about $40,000?
Yep.
How does that feel?
It's good. You know what though, to me, I don't ever really, I know it sounds stupid, but I don't ever look at those goals. I just work. I just do what I normally do and keep trying to be as consistent with that as I can. I'm not always successful at that. Things happen, but I just work. Like I just, kind of get myself organized and figure out what I want to do and who I'm going to go after and who I'm going to work with. And I've gotten referrals from that too, because I try to really go above and beyond for people. And I know that sounds cliche, but put a hot water heater in the back of my van for people, and I feel like that's what gets you that referral business. And
well, I've always said that people don't refer people refer results.
Yeah.
And you have gone above and beyond with your clients. And the best thing that I can see just from somebody looking into your business and how you have grown over the course of the last, year and a half, 2 years, is that you are now far more deliberate and intentional than you ever were. And the clarity and the focus that you have in your business and the things that you need to do, because we track and measure them each and every single month, really has been a game changer from what I can see.
Sure. And I think too, you and I have talked about this, and I really feel like my faith is important to me. I don't feel like I'd be where I am if I didn't just kind of let some of it go and some of that fear, again, it's a good motivator, but can't let it control you. So I literally just had to get to a place where I'm like, okay, I can do this. I got this. I've got help all around me. And that makes you more deliberate, because at the end of the day, I do this to help people. And there's nothing more satisfying than I got some clients a house and she called me and cried when I told them that their offer had been accepted. That's why I do it. You know what I mean? It makes all those longer hours worth it. It makes, the process very clear.
You help people.
Yeah.
You help agents realize, or your buyers and sellers realize their goals, whatever those goals may be.
Right.
And the money and the commissions and the awards and the milestones are just a byproduct.
bonus. Yeah, that's a bonus, exactly.
Awesome.